guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And it's everybody's favorite time of the month. It's mystery nail art. Number 23. We've only got one more after that. So let's go pick our polishes. So we've got our random number generator here, and in fact we have gained some polishes. We're up to 582 polishes now. To be fair, that number is not 100% accurate because some of them are red because I've taken them out of my collection, but we need to get 2 of them. 78 and 568. We'll start with 568 because that's probably near where we're at on this spreadsheet. 568. That is Vermilion from Maniology. It is a pink jelly. In fact, you probably saw that in a video recently. All right, and what was the other one? 78. Let's fly up here. All right, 78. Aurora Unicorn Skin from Holo Taco. It's a purple topper. Wow. Hot pink jelly. Aurora flaky topper. Let me go grab those and we're gonna see what that is. All right, I've got the goods. This is what we're working with. I'm not sure, but I brought us a swatch stick so we can sample what this looks like together. Let's put down a layer of the Vermilion from Maniology. There will be a link to the website in the description, as well as a discount code if you want to go check out what they've got. It's good stuff. And for nail polish, finding a good jelly is really hard. It took me a long time and a lot of searching to find some decent jellies that aren't full of sparkle and stuff, and I finally found these. And boy, was I happy that I did, because you need jelly polishes for a lot of cool stuff, and I didn't have any that were just plain with nothing in them, but now I do. Look how pretty that is. I don't know why it's called Vermilion. I think Vermilion is supposed to be a shade of red, and maybe this is, but in my opinion, it's a pink. Let's let that dry for a moment though. Oh, and if you're curious about what's going on here, this is my grand attempt to stay in the camera. So, we'll see how it goes. All right, now we're gonna put this Lunar Unicorn Skin on top. I don't have an affiliate with Holo Taco, unfortunately, because their stuff is fantastic, but I will also link it below. You'll just have to catch their discount when you can, or pay full price. Oop, I put a big old glove. Okay. All right. What do we think? I don't hate it. In fact, I think it might be pretty cute. Yes, look at that shimmer. I think I could make this work. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it, but it's gonna be something. So I will be back and we will do some mystery nails. See you in a minute. All right, guys, let's get this started. We are going to do this hand. Yeah. And I got this here plate to stamp on top of our mystery colors. And I did do a little bit of experimenting to see how I wanted to implement those mystery colors. And I've got a plan. So I think it's gonna go well. Also, hey, you may have noticed I turned on a face cam. We're doing a little experimenting. I've got the green screen out, which is, you know, a burden, but it's whatevs. See my little space here to try and keep things in the camera. Cool, yeah? Okay. So here were our colors. If you recall, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of these on before we start painting. Because if you'll remember last time I tried to use these, it was a nightmare because I couldn't get them on with my nails already wet. So I'm gonna put them on both hands before we paint, and we'll take them off at the end. So that's what we're gonna do. I cannot impress upon you how truly awful these things are. I messed one of them up, even trying to get it off of the paper. I'll just use liquid latex on that, but we got them on enough. As you can see, it's not exactly a smooth application. Hate, big hate. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a bit of an ombre. So I'm going to take the pinky one and put it up towards the top and then blend it down into this one. So this one's technically going to be on its own, and so it's going to look clear. However, it's got this purple, like, iridescent shimmer. Pardon me if you see me do this. It's because my recording camera is here that faces down, and my laptop's like right on the other side of it on a stand, so I can't actually see the screen because I'm an idiot. But that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to put a little fancy stamp on top of it. Let me get these opened up. I would say generally we do want to put a base coat on, but because we're going to be kind of loading this on, I'm not super sure that a base coat is going to be necessary. So I think we're going to skip that step just for saving time and less layers, I suppose. So let's do that. We'll get started with this here pinky. So I'm just going to this part on the top half, and then I do have a double camera going so that we can get a secondary angle as well. I don't know if I'm going to include that footage, but if I am, you'll know by now because you might be seeing it. I don't know. This is not very easy to be fair with my non-dominant hand. So we have this ombre brush. I'm gonna turn it over so that I can more easily do this. This is how you get these things to blend up. Yeah, and then you want to clean that off because this is nail polish and it will cake up. Let me, the edge just a smidgen. Couldn't see what I was doing. You'll want to keep that cleaned up as best as possible. And so we're going to go across, doing one layer for each nail, and then we'll come back and do another layer. That way we can get a little bit of its opacity built up. It's not going to build up in one coat, and we do want enough that it looks like there's something there, especially because that pink one is a jelly. I think I'm holding these brushes sideways too. Like, that's probably not ideal. That's the way my hand wants to hold it though. Okay, I'll turn that one over so I can see. We'll do our little blendy blend. Yeah, I think this camera died, so that's fantastic. I tell you what, this is hellaciously complicated. I've got this shadow on my face because of the camera. I'm probably not going to do that this way again. I'm causing myself a whole lot of difficulty. Alright, let's continue. I also don't have my lamp out, the one that goes across here, because I'm using the natural light from the window, but now I can't see my own hand very well, and I also can't get right up on it because this camera in my face. The things we have to experiment with because there's no one to just tell you how to do it. Let's get this guy. Let me just move that. Definitely have to clean that cuticle out since I've just filled it with polish. This is really hard to go this direction. That one's not so good of a job. Let's try that again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one because the bristles are not very long on this, and I can't stabilize my hand the same way I would. Like, see, it keeps taking all of this off. That's not what we want. We're gonna have to do this one a little bit differently. I'm not gonna be able to rely on the brush to do the work. I hope this is at least helping somebody because it's definitely not easy. Whatever, we'll come back to that. See, now the sticker was sliding up on it, so I don't even have any polish in this whole corner. That is insane. Let me see if I can put a little in there. Alright, let's go back over here where things were working better. So I say, but like, look how thick that side is. I tell you, this was a gazillion times easier when I was doing it on the tip that I was practicing on to see what I wanted to do. let's try this one again. That's probably the best that's gonna be. It's kind of gross. All right, what are we thinking? It's kind of chunky because these flakes. Might have to file those off after. Does it even look semi-blended? I don't think so. I think we need to do one more layer because like the transition is kind of faded in there. Let's do one more. And I'm gonna try and just kind of gently push it together. What if I just kind of pull the paint down with this brush? I can always wipe that off on a paper towel. Maybe that'll help us get a little bit of a smoother transition. I hope you guys are enjoying this month's episode of Mystery Nail Art Struggle, because that's what this is. One more on the thumb. Okay, we're gonna let these dry, and I will be back. Okay, they've dried a little. They're still a little bit sticky, so we're gonna get started on the stamping. Again, this is the plate we're gonna use, and we're gonna go in with just black to do our little designs. So let's start with the pinky. And I think for that one, we're gonna go with this guy here. I always recommend stamping onto a paper towel so that when you scrape it, you can do that. We'll roll across. That's a good pickup. Let's try not to mess it up while we get it lined up. So I'm gonna put that there. That looks good. Let's get us another little bit, and we'll take this one. Scrape it. Now, we're gonna have too much when we do this, but what we'll do is we'll take our lint roller that has all kinds of debris on it and get that extra up. And then I'm gonna try and put this one here. There we go. Yes, that looks pretty good. Look, it's trying to smush off our polish because it's so thick. Tis the drawback, see? That looks nice. I don't like that there's a bit of something on the end here. There we go. Just get it off. Next, I want to come down with this one. Get that. Remember, when you're scraping, don't scrape too hard. It doesn't need it. And then just to roll in the opposite direction, and don't push it down too hard because it doesn't need it. All right. Let's see about lining this up. Yes, we got that. Push your polish back up on there. Do we want to put some more on the bottom of that? I don't think so. It wasn't part of my original idea. So we'll leave that. And then for this next one, let's take this guy. Yeah. And we'll scoop that on up. Nail art really can be that easy when you have these hacks, and I'm telling you, Maniology makes it that easy. So if you haven't tried them, definitely do so. There is a link in my description as well as a discount code if you want to give it a check out. There we go. That's good for there. Get that back up on there. This one I do want to put some more though. Let's come back over here and grab us this little swoop. Yeah. And then we're gonna stick this one just... yeah. What in the world is happening here? Now we gotta get to this guy. And I wanna put kind of a longer one over here. So let's see. I'm thinking we try and utilize like maybe this whole thing like that. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of cleaning up to do, I think. Yes, there's too much. So I'm gonna try and go in with this end of it where it doesn't have as much stuff on it. Try and clean this off without touching the stamp that we want to keep. Yeah? Okay. Let's get that lined up. We'll start at the top and roll our way down. It kind of fell off a little bit, but that's all right. let's see here. Wonder if we could squeeze something else in, because I didn't intend for that to go off the edge. Maybe one of these. And let's throw that on just right there. Yeah, that'll work. Now we just have this guy, and I want to do this whole thing, but I've got to clean this plate because I've got too much polish on it to get to it without getting it in the way. You want to make sure you're keeping your stamping plates clean. If they're clogged up with polish, they will not pick up your designs. You got a little cleanup to do. Now, let's see here. Let's start up here and roll across. Okay, now we have some room still at the bottom though. Let's squeeze us a little something swirly in there. Alright, so we've got that on there. Yeah. And then we'll just clean that off. Lint roller makes cleaning these so much easier. And then we'll clean our plate again. And I am going to give this some more time to dry because we're gonna have to top coat after this. So, I will be back. All right, we've waited a little bit. We're gonna go in with this smudge-free top coat from Maniology. It is the best smudge-free top coat and it keeps you from ruining your nail art. So you just put this on before you go in with your regular top coat so that your regular top coat doesn't melt your nail art. Let's not forget this guy. Okay, so we'll give that a few minutes and then we'll come back again and put on a final quick dry top coat and then we'll look at what we've got. Okay, it's China Glaze Fast Forward. This is my favorite quick dry top coat. And then this one. All right, one more dry session. Okay, so these are dry. Let's assess. I think they're pretty cute. I'm not super displeased with the colors that we actually ended up with. And I kind of like that it turns clear at the end and it's got those purple iridescent flakies. I don't hate it. What do you think? Let me go ahead and get you some photos. I'll stick them in here while I do our little exiting speech. Thank you so much for watching my videos, especially if you made it to the end. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your interaction. All of it definitely does help the algorithm, which helps me, and I appreciate you, and so does YouTube. Let me know what you would have done if you had to do some nail art with these two polishes. Would you have done anything like this, or would you have done something different? I did try some different things out to see what I would like best, but this is the one that really caught my eye, so this is what we went with. And please do make sure you are subscribed and following my socials. Sometimes I post things over there that I don't post over here. And check the links in the description. I've got all kinds of places down there and discount codes to go with a bunch of them so you can save some money while you're out shopping. Make sure you're in my Amazon group on Facebook. That way you can save some coins there. I post all kinds of things. Some of it is nail and beauty, some of it is not. But it's in there and I can find you things if you need them. But that is it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.